Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today, I want to share some more fire with you guys. Again, going through my routine. Again, same old stuff. I get up, start my day listening to YouTube videos, podcasts, motivational stuff, whatever. And this new one popped up, and I want to get some of it out to you guys. Okay, so one of the comments that this guy made just really hit home with me, and I think it can help a lot of people. Okay, so the channel, it's a new channel that I just stumbled upon. It's Day One $0. All right, Day One $0 is the YouTube channel. And the title of the video is Sal Frisilla Talks Business, Passion, Manhood, Day One $0 podcast. Okay, so if you want to go check it out on your own, that's the channel, Day One $0, and then Sal Frisilla Talks Business, Passion, Manhood. So in this video, so if you don't know who Sal Frisilla is, Andy and Sal Frisilla, they own First Form Supplements, Nutrition. And I haven't tried their product. I haven't tried their product, but I just know of First Form, and a lot of athletes do have are sponsored by First Form, stuff like that. But what I'm getting out of these guys is just stuff, business, life. Hearing their story, where they started at, and and how they get to wherever they're at now. And the brother, Andy Frisilla, he's got the Real AF channel. So, that's mainly the one I've been sharing lately. But now I just stumbled upon his brother Sal and a podcast that he's in and what he had to say. So one of the things that he said in this hour and 34-minute video is he didn't give the life he was living the respect it deserved. Okay? And when I heard that, it kind of made me stop what I was doing and just kind of tune in a little bit better, because I was like, man, what's he mean by that? So this guy played baseball all his life. He was a good baseball player. He played in college. I think he made it to the major leagues or whatever. Anyways, he slides in the home. He breaks his leg. And after he breaks his leg, he goes through rehab, all that stuff, and then never really made it back. Okay. So then he had to go on and do some other things. And he had a friend of his, kind of just doing like a short version of his story here. Had a friend of his, because playing baseball, you're not making a lot of money. You're on the small end of the, you're not a major league, like a high end player. So and then he gets hurt. So he wasn't really making. He says he's making X amount of dollars, living at his mom's house or basement or whatever. One of those stories. And so he had to take a life shift him in a different direction. One of his other friends selling copiers, okay, making some decent money. He needs to make some money, so he's like, you know what, I can do that. Goes to Men's Warehouse, buys a couple suits, and then next he's off to selling copiers. And he comes across another guy where he's selling sports nutrition supplements. And somewhere along that line, he kind of asked himself, am I really going to just be selling copiers for the rest of my life? Like, is this it? Like, is this is what I'm meant to do? And he goes, man, there was just more in me than just that. So he partners up with some other sports nutrition guys, and now he's off and running. He's making millions of dollars, and he's really successful, and he's got First Form. But he cherishes what he has now and gives it his life that he has now the respect that it deserves versus where he was at playing baseball. He talks about in this video, he's young and he's in his early 20s. He's hanging around, superstars. He's talking about Pujols and the Arizona Cardinals and all that kind of stuff. And he's talking about he just took his life of baseball. He was good at it. He just took it for granted. He said he's drinking, he's hanging out. He's they're women, everything like that. And he goes, I was good. I could have been better. I didn't, he played baseball ever since he was young. He just didn't really go all in on his discipline, on his craft to give it everything that he had. And then when he broke his leg, you know, he said just like that, in a matter of just like that, the next day his life changed. You know, one minute you're hanging out with superstars, you're in the bars, and you're well known, and you know you're you know, you got fans or whatever, people know you, and the next minute you're wearing a suit and tie and you're selling copiers. You're walking into businesses, you know, just trying to get them to buy some copiers or whatever. And he says now, you know, I help people. Like, I help people become healthier, you know, physically and emotionally, everything, mentally. He goes, that's my purpose on life. He goes, you know, I just took for granted what I used to do, and I just didn't give it the respect it deserves. And I just feel like I can relate to that a little bit. You know, like, I worked for General Motors for 11 years before I quit. It was a job. I didn't like it. I really didn't give it the respect. Now, I did show up to work. You know, some of the advice that my dad gave me when I first got hired in, which can help anyone, you know, he's like, show up on time, you know, don't skip work, and then just do your job. Okay. And they can't mess with you, you know. And for anyone that works in General Motors, you know, it's you know, it can be tough at times. And people back in the day or whatever can be like, General Motors people are lazy, and they had all these, you know, stereotypes of people like us that worked in the plant. But the work wasn't easy, and you did have to deal with a lot with your supervisors and stuff like that. But if you just showed up on time, showed up to work, and did your job, you should be cool. Unfortunately, that's not really true, because they still mess with you anyway. So anyways, I just did the job. I went in there every single day, just did the job, really didn't care about the job. It was a job to provide for the family, make money, and that was it. But there was really no passion behind it. There was no purpose behind it. It was just a dang job. You know, it just happened to pay well. So going forward, where I'm at now, okay, listening to stuff like this, I do give it the respect it deserves. You know, I am helping people. I do care to see people, the growth in individuals. That's why I'm doing these episodes. Again, it all started almost a year ago. We're coming up on a year now. It came about from just, you know, black belts just talking trash to each other on the internet and all the social media sites. I just got tired of it. I was like, man, you know, someone needs to put out something good, you know, like some good positive vibes, like every day, instead of like just soap opera stuff that you can get on TV or Netflix or whatever. No one wants to see that stuff. A lot of people do, though. And so that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from, is because, like, I have a passion for what I do, not just jiu-jitsu. In the beginning with jiu-jitsu, it was just, I want to train jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu. I want to train jiu-jitsu, and that's it. Now it's at a point where throughout 13 years I've had my business, and doing jiu-jitsu well over 20 years, I realized, like, jiu-jitsu helps people. Like it helps people before. I'm older now, okay? Just like this guy, Sel, he was in his early 20s. He took things for granted. So basically, if you're in your 20s right now and you're doing pretty good for yourself, give what you're doing the respect it deserves. And if you're not in your 20s and your 30s and you're doing good for yourself, like, even if you're not doing good for yourself, man, like, whatever you're doing, give it the respect it deserves, so that it can take care of you in the long term. This goes back to the video that I shared. Actually, it's his brother's podcast, the 2%. Okay, so if you've been following me, I shared this 2% video the other day. And out of that 2% video, you had your 70%, which is people that don't really start. Your 20% are people that start but then quit when it gets hard right away. And then you had your 8%, where you get successful and then you just throw it all away because you get lazy, you become mediocre, average, you settle on the things that you've done, and before you know it, it all disappears. And then the 2% was, every day you're hungry, every day you're getting after it, every day you're doing something, every day you're trying to get better, and it just never stops until you die. Okay? So I want to be in the 2%. And I said in the video the other day, the 8% scares me. Okay, that's fear enough, where I don't really want to have a story like that, where, like, I get somewhere, I throw it all away, and then now I got to rebuild from scratch. I know a lot of people like that, and it's good stuff. It's a good story. Like you know, you sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. You hear that phrase all the time, but I like where I'm sitting at, so I respect it a lot, and I respect the people around me and the students that I have, and the work that we're doing in the academy. So I want to keep that. I want to keep that going. So having videos like this to make you think, to trigger these things in your mind, to be self-aware of, yo, this is where we need to be at. This is the mindset we need to have. Like, don't get too arrogant. Don't get too comfortable with things. You need to stay after it. So wherever you're at in your life right now, check it out. Like, sit back, be the outside looking in, and see, are you doing the right things? Are you giving the life that you're living right now the respect that it deserves, so that you can keep that moving forward? Or will you throw it all away because you're disrespecting it, you're taking it for granted, taking the people around you for granted? Let's throw that in there, because that happens a lot. I mean, you take people that love and care about you for granted, people that support you for granted, and before you know it, they're all gone, because you didn't cherish what was there, the friendships and the support that you're given. So these things help me. So all I'm doing is paying it forward, sharing it with you guys. It might go right over your head. Some of you it might click right now. Like, yo, yeah, I need to check this real quick. I need to see where I'm at and see, am I really truly giving it everything I have? Am I going all in on everything where I'm at? And am I giving it the respect that it deserves? And if not, then we need to start pushing it back into the right direction, because I mean, like this guy said, it took him 15 years to realize, or to get to where he's at, to where he can kind of respect that and feel good about what he's doing right now. And in the beginning, he's like, man, I lived 20 years in my 20s. I lived it up. He goes, I had a lot of, I did a lot of fun stuff, and fun is cool. It's just, there's a limit to that fun, to where it'll cost you everything, and then you throw it all away, So I worked hard to where I got at. I started in the garage with just four guys 13 years ago. That's how it started, and now we're here. So I want to keep that. I want to keep the people around me. I want to keep the things that I have around me, and so I respect what I have much more than I did in the past. But again, sometimes when you're just not happy, you just kind of overlook all those things, and you need to make sure that you're respecting the people that are trying to help you, and respect the things that you have right now before that all disappears, So just thought it was a great topic. Again, just doing my daily routine in the morning caught my attention. I was like, man, that's some fire right there. That's some good stuff. I got to get that out. So just like I'm sharing their videos, guys, share the video. It might help one of your friends, family members, whatever. And, just trying to get everyone to live the best way possible, versus a negative way, and sharing, all the crap that you see on TV and everything else. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.